Hi guys. Yeah, today baby girl has a very sore throat and you're gonna have to stop. This is the first time I'm actually doing a video like this. Like, I'm gonna post a video talking on my YouTube for the first time, you know? And I got inspired by a lady. I'm sorry, can't multitask. I got inspired by a lady that was also talking and sharing her own experience on YouTube and stuff. So I was like, you know what, actually, yeah, let me try that. And let's see how it goes. So yeah, today I'm returning shorts that I bought, which are in a smaller size. You know, I bought them in a size 11 years old and a 10 years old. But I know before you get shocked and like, but why would you buy that size, especially at your big age? It's because usually that size fits me very well. You know, it's not big, it's not tight. It's like, you know, just fine and comfortable. But those shorts were like too tight on me. You know, when you're wearing shorts, you don't want to be like uncomfortable. You want to be comfortable, you know, when you're wearing shorts. So that's kind of what's up. And yeah, so you're gonna stop there. Then after that, go home. Oh, I need clothes actually, because I'm not a person that takes medication. Like, I'm not into that stuff. Like, I don't like medication. It's not for me. Like, I feel like if our bodies can heal themselves, why shouldn't I use what God has, you know, blessed us with, like the natural herbs, you know? Like, for example, when I get home, I'm gonna boil cloves, put some lemon, have maybe half a cup of aloe vera, because I'm sure there's something wrong with my throat. Like, maybe it's swollen, maybe the tonsils are swollen, I don't know. And what made this worse was me consuming very, very cold juice, cranberry juice from the fridge. Like, I'm not used to that. I always make sure that I drink room temp liquids. That's just a standard thing. But I don't know why I couldn't wait for it to cool down to a room temp, you know? So yeah, I'm kind of paying the price, which is sad, but it's what it is, and I'm not dying. I don't like to be sick, and I know nobody likes to be sick, but I think that sometimes as girls, we make a whole big deal about being sick. I'm sick, I want attention and stuff, which is fine. I mean, you know, when you're sick, you need attention, like you really need it. But I think, and you know what, this will obviously say a lot about me, how I look at things, but I do think that sometimes people take advantage when they are sick, okay? Obviously not everyone, but most people do take advantage when they are sick, whether it's from guys or it's from girls, you know? So yeah, right now I need to give them a code because I have to exit this estate, you know? Let's see, I'm gonna have to pause you guys.
How are you?
So that is done. But you know what? Last night I didn't get like a proper sleep because guys, this throat of mine is like really bothering me, and it's a big deal because I never get sick. You know, that's my flex. I never get sick. And do I consider this being sick? No. But yeah, it is definitely bothering me. So I have to deal with it, and then what? Then yeah, and I'm using my phone. Like, I'm just like wondering and thinking, like, would people really enjoy like watching me talk for me, I know the whole idea is to get paid on YouTube, but for me right now, I'm just like, well, this is not a fast money or get rich quick thing, so it definitely takes time. It's an investment, and if there are people that do get monetized quickly or soon enough, like let's say in a matter of a month or 3 months, you know what, good for them. I really am happy for them, but that has never been a case for me or for the most people, you know, that I know of who do YouTube. Okay, that's one. And then another thing is that I hope this is not on mute, but yeah, let's carry on. Another thing is that for me, I love content. Yo, fuck, you know what I'm screaming? I can hear my throat screaming, like, whoa, screaming. But yeah, for me, content creation is like out of love. Like, I love it, and I actually find joy in editing my videos. You know, I find joy in doing that, and that's just me, you know? That is me, and obviously that's not everybody's case. So if you know that content creation is like your thing, you really enjoy doing it, go for it, try it, give it a try. And I don't know how many videos I have in total, but I remember one of my followers from Instagram asked me this question, and she's not the first person to ask me this. She was like, please give me an advice, or I just want to know, how do you keep going, how do you keep posting, you know? And I was like, honestly, I'm just being consistent, and I enjoy posting content. Like, I enjoy sharing parts of my life. Obviously, I share what I want people to know, you know, because I just think that as a person, you also need privacy. You can't be sharing almost everything, you know, almost everything about your life or in your life, you know. You need to choose, you know. And I remember I used to go live sometimes, and that has also helped me gain subscribers. But the thing of gaining subscribers doesn't equal to them really watching your videos, which kind of sucks, you know, because obviously you don't want your channel to have ghost subscribers, you know, like you have 2,000 subscribers but you don't get at least 100 views, you know. That just, it doesn't make sense to the YouTube department, you know. So that's kind of what's up, which is why I always advise, like I never say in my videos, well, I used to say that like a long time ago when I started YouTube. I used to say to people, please go and subscribe, please. I don't do that anymore. And I understand that sometimes you need to do stuff like that, but honestly, for me right now, I'm at a stage where I'm like, if people really want to subscribe, want to follow, they will, you know. And if they don't, they won't. There's nothing you can do, you know, to make people do something. Like, seriously, there's nothing. All you can do is to take care of what's in your control, which is posting constantly, being the best version of yourself. Because saying to a person, be yourself, sometimes we say these things casually, like saying be yourself. Like, I don't think it's safe for us to tell people that they should be themselves, because a person can be themselves by not being a good person. And so what are we exactly trying to tell those people, you know? And yeah, so which is why I try to be very mindful of what I say online and even in real life, you know, and also the things that I do. But obviously I'm learning every day, I'm doing self-introspection every day, and sometimes I'm like, this is not for me, this advice is not for me, it does not align with my interests or with how I live my life. But I'm not gonna say, oh fuck there. No, I'm sorry for swearing. But yeah, I'm just like, you know what, this is not for me, but I still admire the person, especially if the person inspires me. I like to take notes from people that inspire me or live the kind of life that I admire, or that I think is pretty real in whatever sense that I'm into, or in a way, it's very hot. Let me put on some AC. Or in a way that aligns with who I am, because sometimes I think we should always take advices from people, like for me, honestly, if I'm not inspired by what you do, how you live your life, chances are I'm not even going to listen to you. And even if I do listen to you, there's nothing I'm going to do about your advice, because it's not for me, but it's definitely for somebody else out there. You know what I mean? And oh well, we are now on 8 minutes, so let me just close this by saying, if you want to start creating content, posting on YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, okay, I don't know about Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I always forget TikTok. Shame, man. Yeah, because I'm only on 2 platforms, which is Instagram and YouTube. And then for me, right now, that is good for me, because I don't want to flood myself, if that's even a word for this context. I don't want to flood myself with too many apps that I have to post on. And I know there's an app that helps you post to all of the apps that you have, but no, I think I'm okay with YouTube and Instagram. I think I am okay. And also, things have never went pretty amazing for me on TikTok. Like, I was just not impressed by its community. For me, I'm talking from my own experiences. So I was like, nah, what's the point? Like, nah, because you can simply post what you posted from Instagram and post it on TikTok. But I've tried that before. It's never gone well for me. I was like, nah, I don't have energy for this. I want my energy to vibrate in only 2 I was gonna say frequency, only 2 platforms. Okay, so if you want to start out, right now I'm using my phone's camera, seriously. Okay, I'm on gear 4, which is wrong. Yeah, which is 5. But anyways, so this is actually fun, by the way. And what was I gonna say now? Yeah, if you want to start posting content, do it on your phone. You don't need cameras, expensive tools. I mean, they help. I mean, I do have cameras. Right now we have a Nikon, which is a gift. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to use her. We have a Sony. We have a Canon. I think a Canon, for me, that's the camera that I had after using my phone. First camera that I've ever owned after using my iPhone. I'm using iPhone 13 Pro. So yeah, if you have a natural lighting, you have a phone, do it. Other things will find you on the way, man. It's like working towards your luck. Like, sometimes you have to create a luck, because if you're sitting there and hoping something happens for you, what are the chances of it happening for you, like in a miraculous way? So if you pray, but do something about your prayers and wish list. Don't just wish things happen for you, but do actions. Do some action, because it's the work that puts you out there, that helps you to be out there, actually. So yeah. And what else? Yeah, and you know what? I am so proud and grateful of myself because before I know it's important to check your views, how your videos perform and stuff, but I have never been this happier. So lately what I've been doing is to just like post. I don't check how I've performed, and then boom, I get to see, let's say, that rattle sound is from the thingy, from my camera suction or holder thing, so please don't mind it. So now I'm just like, you know what, if it's out of my control, what else can I do? Because I do not promote my videos. It's wrong to promote videos, especially if you pay for the promotion. It's wrong. It messes up with your YouTube's account or algorithm, you know. And ever since I've never promoted my videos, they've been performing in a way that I'm like, you know what, this is organic. I'm not bothered if my videos get like 80 followers. I mean 80 views, 50 views, you know, because sometimes that is the reality. I mean, if you're starting out, I think it's not safe to have expectations that, oh my gosh, my video is gonna get 100,000 views. Like, I think that's being unrealistic, you know. If you're starting out, it's possible, but I think at some point it's gonna damage your thinking, you know. So I never promote my videos. I don't send links. I used to do that stuff until I realized and I learned that it's wrong to do that unless you already have a huge account where people are just like, you're like not a celebrity, because I know there are successful YouTubers who have their community, they're supportive. For me, it's not like that. I have very few people that I count on when it comes to YouTube. Like literally, I don't even think they pass this hand. Definitely my mom, my brother, and then sometimes a few friends. Can you say it's not even over 5? My best friend used to support my videos, but she's been having a hectic schedule because that's her workplace. That's squeezing her schedule. So honestly, whenever she gets freedom, it's the freedom for her to relax, do her laundry, do some cleaning. So I understand. She used to support me big time. Like, I mean big. That's why she's my best friend. And then you find friends that don't even do stuff, and they don't owe you that. But it's like, what's the point of you and I being friends if you don't support the stuff that I do? I mean, it's fine. Look, I used to say, don't expect your friends, and I still say that. Don't expect your friends to support you. But thinking that you and I will remain friends, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. You're not gonna be my friend. I mean, you might be my friend, but I'm not gonna take you seriously. Like, it's like actions, bro. Actions speak louder. And this is what I always say: if I do not contribute in a good way, or if I don't bring any value to your life, feel free to cut me off as a friend or as a useless person, because I'm gonna do the same. I actually did the same. You know, I cut off a lot of people on my WhatsApp, and I think I still need to cut off a lot of people on my WhatsApp because they don't do anything. Like, they are just there. And what am I afraid of for cutting them? I'm not afraid, you know. So I think it's fair to give people grace, but it's also cool and okay to love people from a distance, you know. I mean, they're there just for what? You know what I mean? And so where am I going with this? So yeah, I don't reason I mention something like this is because I do not promote my videos. People who watch my stuff, they watch it because they honestly want to watch it. They come across it, maybe it's suggested on the videos on YouTube, I don't know. But I'm never worried about who watches, who doesn't watch. And I used to be like that. Now I'm like, you know what, when this happens, it's gonna happen. What's out of my control shouldn't worry me. You know, I'm human, yes, but honestly, does it help worrying if your friends or people are supporting you? I mean, it's exhausting, but then again, you need to be in control of your life. Be in charge of who you let in, who you let out. You know, it's that simple. And love them from a distance. Treat people exactly how they treat you. You know, and treat them maybe how you want to be treated. If you see that doesn't work out, like it doesn't make any difference, then start treating them how they treat you. You know. So yeah, I think that's something I can just like tell you guys. And also, what else? Okay, this truck is kind of like disturbing me, but we're good. And what else? And yeah, man, just post what you're comfortable posting. And if you find yourself cringing, I don't know what to say about that. Some people say you make cringe videos until they don't cringe anymore. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, I don't need any motivation to keep posting. I just know the kind of life I want to live. I know like a beautiful life for me. So that keeps me motivated to keep going, honestly. Because I've never in my life said, oh no, I'm not motivated to post on any of the platforms that I'm active on. I've never. So yeah, that's it for me. And I love you so much, guys. Let's see how this video performs, because what I like about YouTube, all these platforms, is that we see everything that you guys do. When you like the video, when you clicked off halfway, I don't know, when you subscribe, okay, yeah, when you subscribe, yeah, because analytics, we see all those things, the performance, all of that. And yeah, so when I have to say goodbye, I'll see you on the next